guys, Thompson here. Today we're going to be building a bot using CookMyBot platform. As you can see, that's the URL currently in. And we're going to be going through the process of start to finish, whereby you think of an idea, you come here, you write your prompt, you write your bot idea, and you set up the bot configuration, and then you deploy. Basically, the whole process. So let's go on and think of something. Let's say by default, bots developed on CookMyBots are AI agent, right? So we don't really need to specify whether this bot is going to be an AI agent or a normal bot. Just go ahead and just build something. And then the whole CookMyBot API and infrastructure will build everything for you under an AI agent process. So let's just go ahead and use something simple. Today, I think we can try something like an image storage bot. So can you develop an image storage bot that I can use to store or retrieve and delete images. Just something simple. Doesn't have to be uh, complex. So let's go ahead and call it. Let's call it. Let's just think of a name. Telegram image smart X. Yeah, that sounds really nice. So go ahead and generate bot. It takes roughly about uh, 60 seconds to generate a complex architecture from your simple prompt which you just entered. So we're just going to go ahead and wait for it to finish and then we'll proceed to build our bot. Meanwhile, we can go ahead and create a new bot on botfather. Let's call it image storage bot, right? Yeah, and then we'll pick up a name, image storage bot. I think this should be good. Yeah, and then we get out talking. So let's go ahead. Yeah, we already have a generated plan. Then I think you can go ahead and tweak this if you want. You can edit. As you can see, you can edit this. Right, just edit if you want. You can tweak it to your liking. Well, for now, I think I'm good with what the bot has generated. I can just go ahead and select looks good, build my bot. And then what happens is it it generates the whole code in files at the back. It thinks and builds based on the architecture that you just saw in the other pages, and then it constructs a fully fledged working bot from the first generation. So this process roughly takes about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how complex uh, the idea you're trying to develop is. But most times it's less, sometimes it takes longer, but on average 3 to 5 minutes. So let's go on and wait for this to build. I'm not going to pause the video. I want the whole step to be recorded so as to know that nothing was edited and the whole platform works just as same. So let's just wait up for it to get completed. Alright, good. So our bot has been fully coded, has been generated fully, as you can see. Here we have all the files, we have the readme, the documentation, so you can view to know how your bot works. We have the README file, which shows you key details about the product. We have decoded files. We have the command folders you can see. We have the index, the library, and basically all the codes that make the bot work. Now, the first thing you're going to do once this is done is to go to the config tab, and then you're going to fill in the bot token you get from bot file. And just go there and copy that in. And then you're going to go save the token, and the name of the particular bird appears just under the screen like this. Next, you can set the environment variables, some of which are optional, as you can see, and then you can decide to fill them if you want. For the optional ones, you can leave those ones, so you just go ahead and save for a quick deploy. Now, the next tab is the command tab, which shows you all your commands and how they can be used, as you can see, how they can be used. So once the bot configuration is done, you can just go ahead and connect your GitHub, and then go ahead to push to your connected GitHub repo. Then you can see it's being pushed to this particular repo. If you want to check it out, all you need to do is to select open GitHub, or you can see you pushed repo right here. Go ahead and close that. Now to deploy, just select deploy. Every project developed on CookMyBots, it's personally owned, so no project is owned by us, and we don't have access to it. So if you want us to deploy for you, you have to give us that access by doing exactly what I'm doing right now. So Telegram, uh, just search for the name SmartX. I think that was the name we use, SmartX. Yeah. So you just select the repo, go ahead and save, close this, come back here, and your bot should start deploying. As you can see, it's being built at the top. So once the building is complete, you'll be able to test out this bot that was just built. All this process makes use of a credit system, so you're gonna have to make sure that you have enough credits for it to work. If you don't have enough balance, you're gonna have to top up your balance so you can use the product. So right now we're just gonna wait for the bot to get built, and then we can test. Meanwhile, probably we can just go through all the files and see what we have. It really did a very nice job. As you can see, coded the whole thing from scratch, and everything seems to work. Telegram bots, save. This is a key feature, save and send. So basically what you need to do is to send a photo or image document and it starts automatically. Okay. This is how to use the commands as well. Delete. Okay. Just like the architectural view per sites. So let's use the commands. Just basically key details on how to use the bot. Then we have the documents. The document shows you a full documentation of the project. Probably you want to give it to someone else or you want to download and install locally. You can just go to the documentation and follow the process. Then we have the change logs. As you edit files from here, you get changes here as well. If you want to communicate with the AI, you can actually do that as well. It's a very easy process. All you need to do is to uh, come here and just say, and just talk to it. You can just talk to it. You can ask basic questions. You can chat with it if you want. And depending on whatever you type, it's going to give you a response based on that. Uh, you can go through previous messages. As you can see, this is like a history of everything I've typed so far. The play is almost done. As you can see this basically shows you that this is the current version that was pushed last time. As you can see, so our bot is live as just saying. You can go ahead and stop the bot if you want, like selecting this, but we're gonna have to test it first. So let's go to Telegram, click on this and start. Yeah, there you have it. We have a working bot just like that. So let's test it out. Let's actually go and search for an image so we can test this out. So let's say food. Let's copy this. Okay, so the instruction was to send an image, just say uh, oranges, right? Let's just give it a caption, oranges, and send. Yeah, so it actually works. It just saved this orange. Let's try something else. Let's just say uh, papaya, right? Okay, that's the saved. And I think let's see list. Okay, so we can list. Yeah, so these are the saved messages. You can also delete and stuff like that. And one thing we can do is every bot on that has been developed to CookMyBots is actually an AI agent. So I'm pretty much sure that if you try to chat with this bot, it's gonna reply to you. And this is meant to reply to you. Yeah, as you can see, I just sent a normal text and I got a reply. And not only that, yeah, I think you can even manage the bot by simple words, by saying how does this word works. And yeah, it's gonna give you. You can try so many iterations and you get your reply. So let's try to get one of this. Say slash get. Yeah, Gale message back. So that's how you can build a bot using CookMyBot, and it's a very easy process. Let's say you don't want to, uh, you just want to like go off, but you don't want to let your bot keep running. You can just stop it, and once you stop it, it's gonna stop on Telegram as well. Probably you want to add a couple of features. You can just come here and just add those features just by telling it what to do. Maybe you want to add like an end command, just say can you add an end command, and you just press it and it's going to add it for you. If you want to ask about summary, you can just say can you give me a brief summary of how to use the bot, and then you just try that out and it's going to give you a brief summary as soon as you start thinking. So our bot is paused. If you go back to Telegram now and you try the bot, you can see that it won't give you a response. You can probably it actually takes some time to collate with the server, but most likely it's not meant to give you a reply. Exactly. So you can see the bot has stopped. Try the command again, doesn't work. Doesn't work. Why? Because you just paused the bot. And if you just want to resume your bot, you can just see me, but just by clicking the body. As you can see, to use the Telegram image matters, you can interact with YouTubers, commands, you can see, send a vote to. So that's how you can use the chat and CookMyBots. Very simple, nothing complex, and it's actually very direct. Uh, so now for a bot to resume, we have to wait for it to rebuild. So let's just wait up for it to rebuild and then we can go ahead and retest. Meanwhile, we can just go through the commands. You can see delete, deletes one image after the confirmation token, find, get, help. As you can see, list, purge, set, save. So these are the commands that are available on the bot, and it's really simple to launch a bot. The same way it is to the same way the same process it is while launching a Telegram bot. That's how you also launch an X bot. You can close the files if you want. You can switch to light view or dark view. Yeah, and then that's basically it. That's basically it. So let's just wait up for our bot to get deployed and go ahead and test. It shouldn't take any more. I think about 60 seconds, and you should be able to test. Yeah, so bot is live. So we'll go back to Telegram and then restart our bot. And there you have it. It works. Box wonders. Help. You can check any of the commands, find. It's really easy, and you can reset the memory if you want of the AI agent just like this. So there you have it. That's how you build bots on CookMyBots. And just go ahead and start this. And thanks so much for watching, guys.